Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of December 8th. My goodness, the cards are wanting to talk, but they're like spilling out. Somebody could be throwing themselves at you. Something is spilling out. The truth could be revealed. The way those cards were just like pouring out. And then to see the King of Cups with that imagery, like the vessel that will give shape. So support, we're needing support. Something feels like it's overflowing, it's losing shape. So we need support. The King of Cups can provide that. So there's a good decision this week, and I see a reliable person. Could be a water sign, or maybe someone who just exhibits that personality type, someone who can listen, someone who will, give you good advice, someone who maybe will tell you what you need to hear. Not always what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And that's a true friend. That's a true advisor. Okay, starting off the reading, let's just see what we've got here before we go any further. King of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Wow. Okay, stability. Here I heard return. Stability is returned. The king is in his castle. The king is on his throne. So I see loyalty. Someone is very loyal. A person of your dreams, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. I feel like what you've been wishing for, something that you've maybe done ceremony around this, you've set intentions. It feels like you've really been putting in the work and you're seeing the rewards. And I think your wish fulfillment, your wish is granted this week. Something that makes you very happy. And I heard finally, we're in the clear. Finally, we can move forward. And we have that Six of Swords. By the way, I'm using the Druidcraft Tarot today. So yeah, we get our happiness, we get our healing, we are moving on from something that was really holding us in place or that we just couldn't move past. Healing was difficult. For something was getting the better of you, let's say. And now you're able to move forward. This could also be that the other party involved maybe is getting help. They are getting what they need, and that helps them heal. That helps them bring security, which of course helps you. I feel like some of you have been helping somebody or trying to, and this marks the week where they finally agree that they want to go to therapy or they need to stop an unhealthy habit. That Nine of Cups can really indicate sometimes a selfishness, like a self-indulgence, in its negative form. So any sort of self-indulgence that you've been indulging in, or another person, that behavior seems to be changing this week. And it's amazing the satisfaction and happiness that it brings in. So like someone who kind of continues, I don't know, they're doom scrolling for that dopamine hit, let's say, like dopamine hits, artificial or like forced dopamine hits. It feels like you're moving into a phase of true happiness, where the good feeling is more sustaining, it's more substantial, it lasts longer because it comes from a pure source, it comes from within, it comes from a true soul's desire to live a certain way. And because of that authenticity, you're going to see such a huge upgrade this week in how you're feeling, how you're navigating. People around you are happier, they're uplifted. So it's a big week of transition and really letting the past stay in the past. So you're reaching new shores, you're going towards sanctuary. If there was any ill health, I'm hearing it's very passing. It's just like a very quick thing. I see someone return to health, return to happiness, return to stability. It's like you can see your goals again. You can see your vision again. You can actually connect with what your goal is. You know, sometimes we don't know what the vision is. And what's beautiful about this week is you get that clarity. You're connected to your soul. You're connected to your life's wish, your soul's wish. And I also see a deep, deep gratitude for everything that you have. But I feel like, Taurus, you're also very grateful for even the things that have come before that you've had to heal from. Because I hear you saying, if it weren't for those difficulties, I wouldn't be the soulful person I am today. I also see for some of you, you're making a clear decision to move forward, maybe without closure, without answers, maybe you're deciding not to communicate. You're not going to stay and fight. You're not going to stay and speak your part. It's having that inner assurance so that you don't need to get it from an outside source. You've also got the Prince of Swords. So there's a lot, it's a communication week. I mean, things are changing direction. Things really change direction this week. They could be picking up as well. You might be getting a little busier. Queen of Swords. I heard throwing something out. Throwing out the bathwater. I feel like there's a direct order. This Queen of Swords is stepping in to finalize something, and I'm seeing a termination, an ending of some kind, a goodbye. And the King of Swords, wow. So there's it does feel like there's a big final conversation. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be final, but we need to purge something so we can move forward. We need to purge something so we can talk about this. We need to clear the air. We need to clear the path. Something needs to be cleared, needs to be purged. So you've got two kings. And they indicate that in order to move forward, something needs to be discussed. And if it is your vision, something you want to manifest into reality, you can start by talking about it. Because I see you kind of controlling the elements of air. You're able to call things in and send them out. And you do this by talking about it. King of Swords, can you proudly and loudly describe what you want? Or are you ashamed of it? Because the louder and prouder you can express this, the more the universe hears you and believes you. I feel the Magician card as well, like there's something about that authenticity, that when you do something authentically, the universe responds. Other people respond, right? Your clients, your friends, the public, your customers, people respond to that authenticity. So if you can claim something or declare it, that really calls the energy toward it. Something may need to be legalized. You may need to be getting authority figures involved in order to get this person out, I heard. Okay. So there could be a need to get authority figures involved, a lawyer. I don't know if it's police. I don't know. But I'm going to say authority. Someone who has the authority and also the expertise to deal with this. And maybe that's part of the message. It's like, okay, I accept that I can't just do this on my own. I accept that I need to listen. This Queen of Swords could be someone who's trying to advise you, someone who is like urging you to take this action, like, please seek this, or please do that. Like, I see that you need this. And I feel like you're listening to that advice or that little nudge that's coming from inside. There will be a goodbye this week. There will be a purge. There's a feeling of moving on. There's a feeling of clarity, mental clarity, clear communication. Maybe once this influence leaves the situation or you remove yourself, that's when you get the clarity. You can think clearly again. You can speak clearly again. Yeah, there's an agent. It's like an agent coming in to remove something. I also see that conversations that you need to have with somebody, maybe it's been a long time coming, but if you say what's in your heart and what's on your mind, what's in your soul, I feel like somebody wants to help you. Somebody can help that vision come to life. Someone can help. You have ocean representing ebb and flow. So there's a certain acceptance this week of the cycles. You know, you're on, sometimes you're not. And that happens when we're trying to manifest a goal, right? It's not just all of a sudden it's go time and it's ching ching ching, like it's on and off. So I don't know, communication could be hit or miss this week. Ebb and flow as well. Just I feel like you recognize the rhythms and it's kind of accepting, okay, it's not going to catch right now, so I'm going to move forward and I can recognize when another chance comes. So there's a certain acceptance this week, but I feel like you're really able to make a vision come to life. And part of that is acceptance. Acceptance is purge, and it's very freeing. So that's what I have, Taurus. If you would like a personal reading, information is in the description box below.